What is up, YouTube? I am TFUAH, and today I am bringing a new video today. Now, if you see on the screen, I am doing the top 10 common wonder trades in Pokemon. Now, you think to yourself, usually when you're wonder trading, you always want to get something new, something nice, something that you wouldn't expect. But then there's just those Pokemon who just come over and over and over. And it's just like, when will it stop? But you know it won't stop because people always send these same wonder trades. Now, this is my list of common wonder trades I've seen. I know everyone has either a different list, some people might even have the same list. So if you have a different list or the same list, or kind of a mixture of both, post in the comments below your top 10 common wonder trades. Now, before we get into the top 10, let's go into some honorable mentions. Honorable mention number 1 is my favorite fairy type, Flabébé. Now, I usually see Flabébé a lot, but I don't see it to where it's really common. And I'm not mad about that. I mean, at least some people have love for Flabébé and give it some wonder trade attention. And I like that. That's my fairy. Go! Flabébé. That was a weird pause, but it's okay. Next honorable mention is Scatterbug. Scatterbug is pretty cool. I mean, it evolves into a Vivian, and you never know which pattern you're getting. It could be a pattern from Japan, from Africa, from America, or sorry, it could even be the Pokeball pattern one. Might not be. You never know. I don't see it so much, but it gets there, so it's okay. And then my third honorable mention would be Gibble. Gibbles I do see at times. Sometimes they're Gibbles with like good IVs. Sometimes they're just commons. Sometimes they're just But hey, at least it's an honorable mention, and Gibble is kind of common. And yeah. Oh yeah, before we get into this, shoutouts to Glitch City for this remix. I really like it. It has me dancing to it. Alright, so let's get into this thing, starting off with number 10. Number 10 on my list is Ralts. Ralts is pretty common to me at times because I would usually see, oh, there's a Ralts, then oh, there's another Ralts. And Ralts being a psychic fairy, it's pretty cool because, and basically, I don't mind it a lot, but Ralts is just like usually there. I mean, sometimes I get the good IV ones, sometimes I just get like the ones, because, you always want to find a Ralts that's good that you can make either a Gardevoir or a Glade. I mean, I will not lie, there was one time on a Wednesday where I was wonder trading and I got me a shiny Ralts, and I was like, yes! Nice! But it wasn't like the best nature or the best IVs, and I was like, oh. But it was cool, and I wanted to be a nice guy, and I wonder traded it to somebody. It was like a nice karma thing, I guess. It kind of balanced. It was like bad in nature, but good, and wanted to give someone a shiny. And then for it, I got me a 6 IV Steelix, so that paid off. So yeah, that is number 10 on my list. Now number 9, it was kind of tough to like balance who I've seen more and who I've seen less. Number 9 was someone I've seen a lot more than Ralts. And number 9 on my list is Ghastly. Ghastly being the ghost poison type, it's pretty cool. It's Gen 1. It's bad. I'm no Gen 1er, but Ghastly was pretty cool. I mean, back then when I was younger, I was afraid of Ghastly. I do not know why, but it was like there because I watched the Ghost of Maiden's Peak, and I would be like afraid of this Pokemon. But it is all good now because I'm older. I watched it more. I find it entertaining. I find it funny, and I've seen Ghastly's like so many times in wonder trades, and I've gotten some really good IV ones. I haven't gotten a shiny one yet, but I'm hoping I do. But yeah, Ghastly is on this list, and he's number 9 because he's not that high. But he's not kind of that low, but he's just there. So that's number 9. That's Ghastly. Now number 8, crazily, number 8 was a tie. and you would not believe what the tie was. This was a tie between two pokes who you just wish have good IVs, but they don't. Sometimes they do, but not all the time. Number 8, I'm just going to go with it, is Weedle and Caterpie. Both Gen 1 bugs. Why? Because you would usually see people just like going from like the Sandaloon Forest, and you would just get like a Weedle or a Caterpie. You Wondertrade, you're like, oh, are these going to be ones with good IVs? And then you're like, when you see them, you're like, oh man, they're level 2, level 3, this nature, this ability, all this, no IVs, and you're just like, oh, because you want to make like a really powerful Butterfree, or a really powerful Beedrill, who now has a Mega form, so that makes it even better. And yeah, both Weedle and Caterpie are pretty cool folks. I like them. Beedrill, I was a fan of. Butterfree, I love still. I just love the anime for it, and I just love using them when I can. And if I ever get to use Mega Beedrill competitively, I cannot wait for that. Butterfree, if you do get a Mega, I'll use you too, because that will just be freaking awesome. But you guys are number 8. Well, your pre-evos, Weedle and Caterpie are number 8. But yeah, that's cool. Now, let's get on to number 7. Number 7 is a 3-way tie. Why do I say a 3-way tie? Because these 3 are basically like the same pokes, just different typings. There are Unova. I'm sorry, I can't even speak. The Unova Monkey Trio, Pansage, Pansear, and Panpour. These 3 I just see almost all the time in freaking Wondertrades. It's like one time I'm training, then it's like, oh, it's a Panpour. Okay, and then wait a few trades later, and it's like, oh, it's a Pansage, okay, and then next one you're waiting for a few more, then you're like, oh, it's Pansear, and then sometimes it'll just keep going to like you get one, you get the other, you get the other, or you get like them in a row. I've gotten these 3 so many times, but not like that many times, but they've gotten like so many times where it's like crazy. And it's like they don't even get like their good IVs. They're just like the level 4 ones that you just catch in the Sandaloon Forest as well. But it's cool. I mean, I like Pansage the most because Pansage is pretty cool. Pansear would be second place. Panpour, don't really like that much because I don't like its final Evo. Simipour is not really my style. Simisage is where it's at. Simisage, and we all thank Silent for that, even though he didn't evolve his Pansage yet. But yeah, number 7, 3-way tie, Pansage, Pansear, and Panpour. So it's not bad. Now, number 6 on my list is a pretty common, basically the Smogon bird. Not Talonflame, but his baby form, Fletchling. Fletchling being a normal flying type in the beginning, it's like, oh, another normal flying type. And then when you evolve, it becomes Fletchinder, which comes fire flying. And we're like, oh, okay. And then goes Talonflame. He was like, oh snap. And with the ability Gale Wings, that makes it even better because this is just Brave Bird everything. This is basically Brave Bird with the ability Brave Bird, and then all his moves are Brave Bird. Because he just attacks everything with Brave Bird. That's what makes Fletchling like really common, because I usually see Fletchlings on Wondertrade. There's only like maybe 2 or 3 times I got him with Gale Wings. But, like, not all the time. Some of them were, like, big packs, level 2s, level 3s, level 4, level 5s. Sometimes, like, even level 16. But, yeah, Fletchling is pretty high up there, and you just wish it would have Gale Wings, good IVs and stuff. But then plot twist, it's, like, level 2, 3, 4, or 5, maybe even high, and it only has big packs, and it's a really bad nature. But, yeah, Fletchling is number 6 on this list. Now, we have reached the halfway mark, and that is pretty cool. So, for the halfway mark, I still want to say shoutouts again to freaking Glitch City for this awesome remix. I love it. It is awesome. And I'm glad I was able to use it because it's just so catchy. Okay, so let's get on to back to our list. Now, number 5 is Charmander. Charmander, Charmander, Charmander. What can we say about Charmander? He's a fire type. He's the Kanto starter. We can use him in the Unova. He has 2 Mega forms when he evolves. Charizard X, the Fire Dragon, who's my favorite one. Charizard Y, the Fire Flying one, who just sets up Fire Blast and Solar Beams everywhere. Charmander is pretty common. I've seen Charmander like so many times. Sometimes with like really good egg moves, not that good egg moves. Sometimes good V's but not egg moves. Sometimes even both. And then other times it's just the one you get from Professor Sycamore. And overall, Charmander is pretty cool. He's really common, and that's the reason why he's on this list, and that's why he's number 5. Number 4 on my list is like pretty common because you would want to like hope it has the great IVs, egg moves, and pun intended EVs, because number 4 is Eevee. Eevee is like really common, to be honest, and you never know if it's gonna be like a physical or special or bulky or any of that, because you get like so many Eevees. I know a lot of times when I'm Wondertrade, I'm like, oh hey, it's an Eevee, and then you wait another, and I'm like, oh, it's another Eevee. You just keep on with Eevee, 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 Eevee. It's not everywhere, but I mean it's there, and Eevee is pretty cool. I mean, it has so many evolutions now. Plus its new Sylveon evolution, it's pretty cool. And so Eevee is just like really high up, and that's why he's number 4. Now number 3 is the Pokemon you really wish could just be better, but you usually don't get that lucky. Number 3 on my list is Bumblebee. Bumblebee, who evolves into the pretty powerful Diggersby with that huge power. And usually when I get Bumblebees, they're always Cheek Pouch or Pickup, and they're just like those just caught Bumblebees, and you would just wish on your life that it can have huge power. I only had one time where I had a huge power. Only one time out of all the Bumblebees I traded. Oh no, the Bumblebees I've got Wonder traded, and only one had huge power. The rest was just Cheek Pouch or Pickup. I believe it was Pickup. And it's just like, so many Bumblebees. Is there a Bumblebee though? No. Is there Diggersby though? You bet your ass. But yeah, Bumblebee, really common. So crazy. That's why he's number 3. Number 2 on my list. One of the most common things you will see on Wondertrades, because people are just doing like breed checks or giving you some really cool stuff. Number 2 is Honedge. Honedge is like really awesome. Being the first Ghost Steel type, having like a cool evolved form of Aegislash. It has Double A too. Double A's pretty cool. 2 swords. I mean, where can you go wrong with that? You would have thought his 3rd evolution would be 3 swords. But like, nope. Denied. He becomes a sword with a shield, and he's just ready to wreck house. That's what makes Honedge so freaking cool. And Honedge in Wondertrades, I've seen so many times it's not even funny. But I'm not like mad about it, but you would just wish it would just stop just a teensy bit. But Honedge is pretty badass, I give it that. And I mean, I use it. I use Double A now because Aegislash is banned for Ubers, even though it was super close. But hey, what can you do? It's the people who vote not Smogon to just ban it. But Honedge is just really common, but it doesn't beat number 1. We finally reached the top. Number 1. One of the most common pokes I've gotten Wonder traded. One that probably everyone's gotten Wonder traded. It is insane how he's so popular and Wonder traded. Number 1 on this list is Froakie. Froakie, the most popular starter in the Kalos region because of Greninja. Greninja being so cool, getting the Protean ability, becoming a water dark type, just being able to get stab everything. It's a really cool Pokemon. It is by far one of my favorite starters. But Froakie, you just see so many times. It's crazy. It's like, whoa, You want to trade, oh, a Froakie. Then you're going to get another time, oh, another Froakie. The third time, maybe even the third Froakie. You might even get a whole row of Froakies, knowing that chance. It's crazy. And usually Froakies you see will either have Protean with bad natures, or Torrent with good natures. Sometimes maybe even mixed. A Froakie you just see almost every single time. It's crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Froakie, but super common. A lot of people could agree, a lot of my friends agree, Froakie is super common in Wondertrades, that it is just ridiculous. And yeah, I don't blame them. Like, oh my gosh, where's the rest of the starter love? But it's weak. What can you do about it? People try to breed Greninjas. They're trying to get that shiny Froakie to become a really powerful Greninja. Can we change that from them? No. Do we want them? Maybe. Depends if they give out ones with good IVs. But yeah. But overall, that is my top 10. Post in the comments below who is your top 10. And we'll see if it matches, if it differs, maybe if it's a mixture of both. But yeah, this was basically off what I've seen. We all have different opinions on what we've seen in Wondertrades. And yeah, so, you know, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter. Stay tuned for more of my Aqua Life. Stay tuned for more videos. And I will see you all later. Alright, peace out.